Something out of a storybook. Oh, it took everything I had inside, and I'll tell you how I felt last night. You were so damn crazy, my type of lady, driving me insane. You were up and down, but you stayed around, and I will never be the same. Can't get you out of my head. Ooh, ooh, like a melody. Ooh, 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 out of my head. Ooh, like a melody, like a melody. Goosebumps for showing. You were in slow motion. Oh, I never seen anything like you before. Oh, I can't take it anymore. You were so damn crazy, my type of lady, driving me insane. You were up and down, but you stayed around, and I will never be the same. Can't get you out of my head, like a melody. Ooh, 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 out of my head, like a melody, like a melody. Ooh, 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 like a melody. Ooh, 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 out of my head. Ooh, ooh, like a melody, like a melody. You tear me apart. I've got things running on my mind, feelings breaking through my heart. Oh, I'm running out of time, did I ever see the light? 'Cause you hurting me so much. Yeah, you tear me apart. Yeah, you tear me apart. 'Cause you hurting me so much. Yeah, you tear me apart.
Yo, 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 yo!
You tear me apart. It breaks my heart to see you falling down. 'Cause you're the one I need to keep around. I've got things running on my mind, feelings breaking through my heart. Oh, I'm running out of time, did I ever see the light? 'Cause you hurting me so much. Yeah, you tear me apart.
What's up?
Yeah, you tear me apart.
Oh. Is it connected again? No. What the fuck is going on, man? Do I even have internet connection? Hey guys, is the live stream working? Can you please, anybody tell me if it's working? If you're seeing me? If it works? Please. Para info para una mezcla y master te escribo por DM. Sí, por favor. I need some free beats for making the music. If you have the free beats, you already have the music. I don't understand you. Yes, here working, everything is fine. Everything's fine? Okay, wait. Is it working now? To be honest, I don't know at all what's going on lately with my live streams. I don't know what the hell is going on. Is it working now? It disconnected twice. And I've been live like 10 minutes. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I mean, I even bought a new router that cost me 170 euros just to get better connection, and it started really good. Like I had like 300 megabits per second here with Wi-Fi, but now lately it's like giving me 60, 80 instead of the 300 that I used to get. And I'm having a lot of problems on the live streams. It works on YouTube. YouTube better than Twitch. It depends. On Twitch, I think it's way better for live streams. It has more ways to interact with the people. Has the automatic replies. Have the comments. Of that really helps me to the live streams. It seems it works now. This stresses me so much. And I was quite stressed before the live stream, and this stresses me even more. Now I think it's better. Oh gosh. This pisses me off so fucking much. I'm gonna restart the live stream on Instagram to tell people I'm here. I need to call my internet provider because it is not normal. And they will tell me, no, but you're using the router that is not us, so it's not our problem. Fuck you. I'm sure that they're gonna say this. But the router is even worse. That's why I use an external one, a third-party one. Okay, this is way too warm. I think the camera. I think now it's better. Maybe too much. Hey people on Instagram. I'm live on Twitch and YouTube, the last live stream of the year. Wow, the last feedback live stream of the year. Let me put the music again on the background. Okay, so now we're good to go. Get a Starlink. No, I mean, mine is good. And I got a router that cost me 170 euros just to get way better internet connection. It was getting twice or even 3 times more than with the company's one. But suddenly it's like, okay, that router really pushed it at the beginning to really keep me like, okay, I'm gonna keep this one. And now it's not really working. Okay, it seems now it's working fine. Alright, people on Instagram, I'm live on Twitch and YouTube. How much RAM do you have in your PC? I think 32. Finally, no lag for now. Okay, I had to take the normal Wi-Fi, not the 5G. I don't know. Only the music for the feedback? Not really. I received a lot of different genres during the live streams. Why? Well, guys. Today is the last feedback session of the year. Okay? The last feedback session of the year, not the last live stream. The last live stream is gonna be this Saturday, maybe Friday, but probably Saturday. That I'm gonna do a live DJ set. Okay? Just playing here in my studio with the DJ controller. I need to clean all of this because if you don't know, I've been testing different screen monitors. So I have my old screen monitor in a box right there. I have the box of the screen monitor I have right now. I have the box of another screen monitor. Also, I have the other screen monitor in the desk. The DJ controller, because cannot be in the desk, is in the floor. And then I have another box that is what DistroKid gave me. It is a hoodie, a blanket hoodie thing. This is uncomfortable. I use it a lot, to be honest. So it's a fucking mess. I need to clean all of this before that live stream, because otherwise I wouldn't have no space for everything. Okay, to send me the song, if you are on Twitch, it's so simple. You put !feedback and you will see it. And if you're on YouTube, give me a second. I'm gonna copy paste it. Oh, there you go. Okay, so yeah, today the last feedback session. This Saturday or probably Saturday, last live stream that is gonna be a DJ set. About next year, I'm gonna keep doing live streams next year. Yes, don't worry. I still need to pay the bills. I'm not a millionaire, so I'm still gonna do live streams, okay? The thing is, I'm not sure when I'm gonna do the live streams next year. I mean, next month, on January. Of course, I usually do them on Wednesdays. Of course, the first Wednesday I'm not gonna do it because the 1st of January I'm not even gonna be here, so I'm not gonna do it that day. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it on the 8th, if I'm gonna start maybe on the 15th, or if I'm just gonna do a rush, you know, like only like 4 live streams in 2 weeks, the last weeks of January. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. So if you're here, it's good, because maybe it takes 1 month until I do the next feedback session. So yeah. About other things, I've been finishing a lot of music, to be honest. I finished the Dua Lipa remix, the Dua Lipa cover. Actually, this morning I was working on that. I've been a bit stressed because I had to have lunch way later than usual, so then starting to prepare the live stream way later than usual. But yeah, I think it's finished completely. And when I'm gonna upload it? I'm gonna upload it on January. What day exactly, I don't know, but probably it's gonna be the 17th of January, Friday 17th. Why? Because yes, basically, okay? Then I have another song finished that I'm gonna wait. I don't know if I should say this, but well, never mind. I wanna wait until January to send it to one person to see if I can release it in that label of that person. If not, I will self-release it. I don't want to wait more. Probably that song is 1 year old already, something like this. And I'm waiting to sign it, to release it. And probably will release it by the end of February / beginning of March. Okay? So you're gonna have new music at the beginning of the year. Then I'm finishing the remix I did last week. That I started last week here. Remix of Light It Up by Major Lazer. I'm finishing it. I really like it. It's super melodic techno, but I really like the vibe. So I'm gonna finish it. Actually, I've been working a lot on it this week, and I think the idea is kind of done. There's a part that I don't know if, because after the drop I just kept the vocal. Maybe that's a bit too risky, just keeping the vocal for 4 bars. Maybe I need to add some. My idea was to just have the vocal and then keep the rhythm again. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it's basically done. Then I have another song also basically finished. I just need to work a little bit more in. What happened here? Oh shit. Wait, give me a second. Okay. This is basically done. That one is more Latin tech, kind of. I still need to finish it, but it's basically done. I just need to do the final mixing. What else? Yeah, another one that I finished is a collab. I finished it. The problem is that the vocal, we are not sure about. Well, I'm a bit more sure than the other person about the vocal. But I'm waiting for the other person to see if he gets a better vocal or a different one. But basically that song is also done. So yeah, basically by the end of this month, I'm probably gonna have 5 songs finished, ready to get released at the beginning of next year. Okay, so probably you're gonna have kind of 1 song per month, 1 song every 5-6 weeks. That's my goal, to release a lot of music next year, to make a lot of remixes. I want to do a lot of remixes to get known. Also because it's easier to make a remix, so I can release more music if I make remixes. But yeah, try to push as hard as possible. Try to make as much music, as many songs as possible, and release consistently. That's my goal, to release consistently, because this year has been awful. You probably know it. I just released OCD, I think it was on March or April, and Africa Firefly in January. In June. No more songs. So that's awful for a music producer. You know, of course I do a lot more things apart from making music for myself, but I need to work more on that. So yeah, basically this my plan for next year, my goals, what I've been doing, all of that. Cannot it be easier to send tracks in Discord? Actually no. For me it's way easier on email. I don't need to open another app. I'm working on a song and I have a vocal that is B major. Curious to know if you can use any chord progression pattern as long as it's the same key of the vocal. I don't really understand what you mean. I mean, you say you have a vocal in B major. You're asking if you can use B major chords? Of course. I mean, that's what you need to do. It's not that if you can, is you should. You must make the chords in the key of the vocal. I don't get what you mean. Depends how complex the compression based the vocal use, but you can also just touch over the vocal. Do you listen to demos? Yes. Not to the point to make quantity over quality though. Okay. About this, I think it's important that you listen what I'm going to say, okay? Quality or quantity? First, the more songs you make, the better quality you're gonna have in your songs. Because you produce more, you practice more, you try new things, you learn new things from mistakes of other songs. So in the end, quantity means better quality. In terms of the mixing, the production, and all of this. Now, if we mean quality in terms of the idea of the song, okay, maybe yes. Less songs means you spend more time practicing, trying new things, and getting more unique in each song, so you get better songs, more quality songs. But it's not a direct relation. I mean, because you release less songs doesn't mean they are better quality. And nowadays, I mean, if songs get forget really quick, nowadays it's even faster. Maybe you release a song, in 2 weeks people is not listening to your song anymore, or at least the people that follows you, you know, they forget about your song. So of course, maybe releasing a song every 2 weeks, in my opinion, is not the best idea. In terms of being an artist, or in terms of your Spotify, your socials, all of this, of course you're gonna get more streams, you're gonna get more money. But in terms of an artist, I think it's not the best idea, because you give too much to the people. So people is not like expecting new things. People is not like waiting for new things, because you always deliver a new song every 2 weeks or something like this. And I think that's not good. I think it's good to make people wait for new music. Okay? Not wait 6 months, but maybe wait 1 month, 5 weeks, something like this. But nowadays I think it's more important quantity over quality, and also quantity means in the end quality. Okay? Of course, if you just take the same project and change the melodies and not a lot more, and you always have the same sounds and same style, maybe it's a bit boring, you know? For me, it's making beats 1 per day. I feel it's enough. Some people are making 3, 4, maybe 5 per day, and seem too similar between each other and doesn't seem finished. Well, that's also good in terms of if you want to sell all those beats. If you go to websites to sell beats, maybe if you make 5 beats, even if they are really similar between them, it's not a problem, because then the singer that wants to download those beats have more options, you know? I make an EDM track in 2 days, lol. It depends. People on Instagram, I'm live on Twitch and YouTube, waiting for you. Come on. Please listen to Millionaire by Yo-Yo, just send it. I like to make something with clear mind, just whatever ideas I have in my head at the moment, without getting inspiration or I like to make something with clear mind, just whatever ideas I have in my head at the moment, without getting inspiration or ending up making something I already did or heard. I always try to have reference songs, because I get the main idea, but then sometimes like refining that main idea, getting the details and all of this, always having reference songs helps. Or maybe you listen something up from a reference song that you can add to yours, and it improves so much. When you gonna do the feedback now? Producing, mastering a lot, essential. Releasing a lot, not recommended. I think it depends. But that's what they said. I mean, choose a song every week, a song every 2 weeks, I think is way too much. Maximum, I would do 1 song every 3 weeks, but I think that's already on the limit. I would keep it 1 per month, maybe one every 5 weeks. I think that's a good amount of music to release it, you know, to also to promote it. Like, you have a song, okay, you have some weeks between each song, you have some weeks where you keep promoting the song you just released, and you still have time to prepare to promote the next song, you know? If you release every 2 weeks, you don't have enough time to promote it correctly, the one you just released, and to promote correctly the one you're going to release. And if you want to ask people to download your song, to pre-save all of this, they're gonna get tired of listening to your music. They're gonna get tired of you always promoting music. They're gonna get tired of you always asking to pre-save and all of this, because basically your social are just gonna be full of this, because you don't have time for other things. It's like, okay, I promote the song I just released, and I already need to start promoting the song I'm gonna release. So you're basically your social are gonna be like, hey, listen to my new song, hey, pre-save my new song, my upcoming song. So I think that's too much. I heard the demo song that used the vocal I got on the vocal website, and they used the bass note with B major chords. However, I want to use it with a major chord part instead. You said major chord twice. If what you want to do is to go to B minor instead of B major, then you need to make sure the vocal is in B minor. And there are going to be some notes that are not there, so you need to use autotune or Newton, Melodyne, or something like this to take those notes that are in the major scale and put it in the minor scale. Hey, you play Moth to a Flame. I play Moth to a Flame, my remix. We released 2 songs this year, and found like it's so hard to get inspiration What do you do for inspo? I also release only 2 songs, and for inspiration, what I do is I have a playlist on my Spotify that is inspiration. I have a lot of different styles there, electronic music, but a lot of different styles. When I'm not inspired, just listen to that. I take reference songs, like, okay, I want to make something like this. Take some reference songs, put in the project, start something new. Sometimes I remake the melodies and the chord progressions of those songs, and then I try to change them. Okay, now I have the melody, put all the notes in one note, so I have the rhythm of the melody, change a bit the rhythm, and try a new melody now. Or even change the key, pitch it up 2, 3, 5 semitones, try from there. So this way in the end is completely different. Label or release yourself? Both. Sometimes releasing by yourself is good, is if labels don't want, for example, I try to release with labels that I think are gonna give me some reputation or at least some streams. If labels don't want to release my music, then I self-release using DistroKid. You have here a link to get a discount. Okay, and if you're a student, you have a 50% discount. Just ask me for that link. So this way, when I self-release, I can make more money from it, and if labels don't want it, I release it anyways, because I like it and I want to release it, you know? Sometimes it's not that your song is bad, it's that maybe the labels you want to release, or the labels in general, are not really into that style, or they don't really know you, so they don't want to take the risk of promoting you and releasing your song, you know? Sometimes it's just this. They don't know you, so they don't want to release your song. You can also just shift the book. It's easier that way, since the chorus. In that case, people on Instagram, ending this live stream. Go to Twitch or YouTube. I just want it to the end of time. By the way, in the last songs I've been making, I've been trying pretty cool things. For example, on the Dua Lipa cover, I used Audimi. I talk about this website in some videos to get the covers, you know. So I then use the original vocals, because I cannot use the original vocals and release that as my own song. Sorry. Then I'm going to use DistroKid to self-release it, and they have an option to release covers. They give you the license just for $1 a month. Sorry. Yo, 30 minutes done. What about the demo? Man, I'm just talking with you. And actually, I think I'm talking about important things. You know, it's not only mixing in if you want to be an artist. But then in another song, I've used Audimi for another thing that probably I make a video about it, but when I release the song, so it's why I promote the song. And then in that song also, I make a pretty cool thing. 2 pretty cool things with the vocal. One gives the direction to the next one. You know, let's do the next thing that they've done. And I think that track is pretty unique, pretty cool. I mean, these 3 last things I said are in that same song, so I think that song is quite unique, quite good. I just think it needs to sound a bit warmer, a bit fuller, because the lead is a bit high. It doesn't have that much mid, so the mid area is a bit empty. But well, I found the solution to make it sound fuller without adding more sounds. And actually, I talk about this with my Patreon members. I gave them... every week, I make 2 videos for my Patreon members about tips, things that happens, or things I think it's useful for them. Usually production mixing tips, and I share it only with them. Okay, on the Patreon Telegram group, and actually I shared them about this thing that actually made a difference. Not a huge one. Okay, it's not like super obvious, but if I don't have that thing that I did, you feel like it's more empty. ¿De qué parte de España eres? De un pueblo de Alicante. There's this thing I saw in Logic where you make a vocal ghost track and sighten it to instrumental with Sus 2 so it sits better in the mix. How do you do that on FL Studio? I have several videos about that. I mean, if you go to my YouTube channel, I have there are some playlists. Okay, so there's a playlist about vocal processing, about a lot of things of vocals. I have there probably 2 videos where I use this. One using the pre-controller and the parametric EQ of FL Studio, and another one using Soothe. Or I think also maybe in a video I've released some weeks ago that is I'm mixing a song of something like how to mix EDM music, something like this is the title. I use the Soothe for that thing, but yeah, I use it in all my songs, but not only for vocals. I use Soothe to maybe the leads, triggering the Soothe of the bass line to give more space to the leads, you know, thing like this. I'm using Soothe a lot lately, but a lot. Actually, I told my Patreon members that right now is probably my favorite plugin, because I use it a lot in every song. Primera vez que lo escucho hablar en español. Pues eso es porque no me sigues en TikTok, donde subo el contenido en español. Y donde tengo 100k en TikTok, de hecho. O sea que ya sabes. What is your tip for FX chain in mixer slot? Do you have any tips for order of the chain? Of course. I mean, the order is super important. I made a video when I started on YouTube about this, but it's super important. For me, is the processing, like EQs, distortion, these kind of things. Then a limiter to control that, squeeze it, have it in an average volume, and then sidechain. Okay? The filter, if I have a filter, sometimes I put it before the limiter, sometimes after. And then the delays and reverbs, I have it in a separate channel. So this is way too expensive for both my pocket and my computer. Well, from the computer, I don't know. I think it's not that I mean, I have songs where maybe have, no joke, 10 Soothe going on. And it works great. Had a feel that my drop lost that side fullness than breakdown. And there should be a reason behind this. So what you can do is in the build-up, you make it go more narrow, not completely mono, but a bit more narrow, 15, 20, 25%. So then when the drop hits, it feels wider than the one we heard before. So you get that extra width. Also, to make it sound fuller in the sides, maybe you can boost a bit in the mids. My computer will not soothe down, it will distort. Okay, guys, have you sent your song? I'm gonna share it again, both on Twitch and YouTube. Okay, so you can send it. By the way, have you seen this t-shirt? It's just my logo here, but then in the back, it's like fading. This stronger than this, as you can see. Do you like it? The only people that have this t-shirt is me, my girlfriend, 2 close friends that go with me to an electronic music festival next to my town, and 3 Patreon members. I'm giving this t-shirt to some Patreon members, but it's to the Patreon members that have been 30 months with me, so 2 years and a half. That's a lot. So I'm sending them this t-shirt, like exclusively for them. Just one person that have reached the 30 month is from US, and I cannot basically send it to US. So that's the shit. Nice design, nice t-shirt, cool, thanks. Oh shit, I guess I cannot get it. Well, you can become a Patreon member and be there for 2 years and a half. It's like an extra, you know, because actually if you go to Patreon, you don't see this present when you are there 30 months, you know. It's just something I decided to do when I got it. I said, okay, let's do it for them. People on Instagram, I'm live on Twitch, live on YouTube. You can choose, go there, send me your music, and let's see the last feedback session of the year. Waiting for you there. Goodbye. Mrs. Crow arrived. Probably she's gonna be appearing right here in a second. Three, two, one. There she is. Dime.
Hello.
Uy, qué pelo de abuela. Se te ve. Mejor.
Me voy a dormir. Tengo mucho sueño.
Vale.
He bebido mucho vino.
¿Has bebido vino tinto trabajando?
Sí.
Vale.
Para la sesión de fotos.
Vale. He tenido algo de problemas con el wifi otra vez, tío. Ahora creo que va bien.
Ah.
No, he pasado de tirar el cable. Pero ahora creo que va bien. Pero saco de problemas. Bueno. Vale. No me robes la sudadera. Bueno. We already seen a lot of EDM tutorials, but there are very rare videos about orchestral EDM intros and drop. Do you have any ideas about making video like that? To be honest, no. Maybe one day I can do it. Okay, have you sent your music? Can we start with the feedback session? I love this new screen monitor. It's 2K, so I have more space, more resolution. So in the past was like, okay, everything, you know, I have the screen you see, the part of the videos that I watch, but you don't see the chat, and everything was like on top of the other. Now I have some space. It's like, wow. Okay, here we go. To the left. Oh, by the way, guys, this Monday I got my tickets to go again to Tomorrowland next year. Yep. Of course, as an attendant, as a visitor, as somebody that wants to destroy himself, not as a DJ. I would love to go there as a DJ. Not for now. Maybe one day. Who knows? But yeah, last year, well, in 2024, I've been there. So I could access a pre-sale. I decided to access. Got the tickets in 10 minutes. That was super nice. So next year I'm going again there. The cool thing, 3 or 2? 3 weeks before Tomorrowland, I'm going to DEFCON 1. My bank account doesn't like this. Actually, DEFCON 1 is half of the price of Tomorrowland. Half. I think less than... No, yeah, half of it. DEFCON 1. Let's head to YouTube. Why are you going to YouTube? Any problem on Twitch? Rip Wildcrow. No, not Rip Wildcrow. Rip Wildcrow bank's account. That's the thing. Because maybe, and just maybe, between DEFCON 1 and Tomorrowland, that there's only 3 weeks in between. Well, there's actually 2 weeks in between. So DEFCON 1, week, Tomorrowland. Maybe I go to another festival. Because it's like 20 minutes by car from my house. And I kind of like that festival. So it's different. It's not electronic music, but I like it. And it's artists that I like. So some friends go. So, you know, but it will be like festival, rest, festival.
Si estás contando tus batallitas de 2025.
Sí, ¿por qué me robas la sudadera? No, ahí. This is the hoodie that DistroKid gave me.
Voy a echar la siesta, díselo.
She's going to...
cenar, vuestra, yo a dormir.
Cariño, aquí hay españoles también, ¿eh?
Ah, perdón.
Y hay gente que está desayunando.
Ah, vale. Muy bien.
Vale.
A dormir.
She's going to take a nap. My SP blocked Twitch. Why? Not many people this time. Everyone is already in Christmas mode. Yeah, I know that. That's why I'm going to do today live stream. This Saturday DJ set. And then rest until 2nd or 3rd week of January. Okay. Enough talking, I guess. It's been only 30 minutes, but I like to talk with you at the beginning. Like, you ask some things, I reply, I tell you what thing I've been doing during this week, I tell you what things I'm going to do, my plans, my not plans, how my bank account cries, all of this, you know. Hoodie stealer. Yeah. She's going to take a nap with my blanket hoodie. Okay, let's just start. Come on. Read bank account literally. I mean, Tomorrowland and Defcon 1 is 2,000. And the minimum wage in Spain is 1,000. So, yeah. Okay. Let me share the screen. Let me see. Camera is good. The chat is good. The screen. I want to ask you if it's maybe too small. I'm just going to ask for the first one. Maybe today we can check them all. I want to know if it's maybe too small, because as the resolution is bigger, this is smaller. Should I maybe make it a bit bigger? Like, yes, something like this, maybe? So you can see it better? Yeah, right? A little bit bigger. Or even one more. Okay. Yeah, today not a lot of people. People is already in holidays mode, so. Wow. The camera is good. Yes. The chat is good. Yes. The screen. This border is good. This border is good. This border is good. This border is good. Email, SoundCloud. No personal things. No nudes. Not personal emails. Not photos. Not private songs. Not corn. Not anything illegal. We're gonna start with the feedback session. I put this here, this. Okay, door, light, blah, blah, me, camera, chat, border, email, SoundCloud, blah, blah, blah. Perfect. Let's go.
You call it love, don't believe it. Harder to try.
I like a lot the vibes of this song so far. I think it reminds me a bit too much to Martin Garrix, but I like the vibes.
With this feeling, but I've been here, played the part about 1,000 times before, and I don't think I can.
The vocal is losing the rhythm, the beat is not really on the tempo.
Can't take anymore. Whoa, tell me, is this real?
I think this clap is not that good. I think maybe you can have this clap layered with a snare that gives the body and the tag to it, because this clap is really soft.
Tell me, is this real? Oh, tell me, is this real?
Okay, I was expecting a call response thing during the entire drop. I don't know if it's me or if it's what the song is telling me, but I'm not saying like you don't need to have here the response, but maybe 4 bars and 4 bars. You know, instead of 2 2, maybe 4 and 4, like. And here, and then again. I think that will make it way better. Or at least, what the fuck you send? You send a Shrek. Or at least if I didn't hear when I didn't hear any call response thing, I expected the middle of the drop to be completely different, but now it's the same, so it feels a bit boring for me. I think having 4 drops of this and then 4 drops of another synth with another melody, maybe more emotional, more harmonic, I think it will improve a lot this track. I can hear the hi-hat like tss, 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 and then it gets muted or gets lost. Here, no here. And I would try to, maybe I would keep this, I would do the call response thing for sure, maybe the idea I gave you, the kind of melody I gave you. And I would add quite a lot of reverb in the response thing, so it's where you have even more contrast. Maybe this one is good like this, but the entire song like this, the same lead, the same melody, and without a lot of reverb, I think it's not a good idea. I think it's a bit repetitive and boring. This is Shrek also. I don't see the face. I mean, I can see, but I don't see that this is Shrek.
I want your touch, but I want meaning. I'm tired of love that leaves me grieving. 'Cause I've been here falling way too hard 1,000 times before, and I don't think I can take anymore. Whoa, tell me, is this real? Tell me this is real.
I would do something like this for sure. I mean, the only thing I would try is here the vocal gets a bit off of tempo, and then I would do the call response thing, and the rest I think is good. It's quite strong song, quite well mixed. Focus on those 2 things. Let's see if we can try to do all that today. If you remember that if you want to skip the queue, you need to, the only way is subscribing on Twitch or giving a subscription to anybody. The ambient sound maybe is a bit too static, like maybe a bit of movement in left, right, more and less reverb. I don't know, some grainy sound, something to make it less static. Have a bit too much mix, but yeah, this guy makes music in FM Mobile, so the limitations are there. Here I listen, I hear some kind of muddy low end, muddy low mid thing, like whoa. The kick is a bit dirty for me. I think that the low end is not mono, it's a bit wide, which is not that bad, but I think it's way too much and it sounds a bit dirty. Maybe if you make that mono or more narrow, it will sound better. Not a big fan of the clap, but that's personal taste. Here the shakers are clashing with the attack of the kick. I like a lot this kind of animal crying thing that I like, but I think you make it too long. I think we'll make it way shorter with a lot of reverb. Stop and just have the reverb. The synths are a bit basic. Drums a bit loud compared to the synth. I think what they would do is have a strong impact there. And then maybe it's nice to have these chords like this, but I would start from a filter sound, like you know. I think we'll make it a bit more epic and give him more uplifting feeling, because if you start from here going under here, it's just not too much. But if you start from here, you need to go there, is a lot of uplifting energy you give. Here I would take a clean kick without the rumble thing. I will have a normal bass line. It will sound way cleaner. The idea is good, it needs some work on mixing, but the idea is there. Not really my thing, because I'm not that much into this kind of trance, but not a bad one. Hey bro, Anthony One, and want to make it as a DJ. Can you give me some tips on how to start and grow as a DJ? Nowadays, I think the easiest way you can do it, because especially when you want to start as a DJ, I'm not a DJ, okay? I don't DJ regularly anywhere. But nowadays, well, the easier way to start as a DJ is in your area, in your hometown, and so if you cannot go to clubs to ask them, and so or you think you are not that big, and so what you can do nowadays is just TikTok. I mean, TikTok is geolocated, so it's going to show you to show it to the people of your country first. So if you have a DJ controller that I guess you have, take your phone, connect it with iRig, with any audio interface or something, so the audio goes directly to the phone, and do a live every day if you can, DJing. This way you're going to start getting some followers, some name, some reputation, make some videos, some funny videos, some interesting videos. videos that look like you're a pro, so this way you get some kind of viral content, and maybe with this you're gonna start getting known in your country, so you start getting gigs. It's more difficult now than 4 years ago, because now there's a lot more competition, but I think it's a quite easy way to do it. An acid synth playing the notes of the bass line or any other harmonic of the chord. I have liked your track Firefly. It is such a masterpiece. Thank you so much. Okay, let's do to interact a little bit with you. Let's do a number game. If anybody's new, if you're on YouTube, you know that you have less chances of winning here because of YouTube latency. But basically, I'm going to think a number. I'm going to tell you is between, the number I think is between this and this, and you're going to start saying numbers. If you guess it, you get the feedback, okay? Let me see. The number I'm thinking is between 1 and 25. Nobody yet. Okay, we got it. The number was 6 and the first one is Octer Pocter. But you see, YouTube is arriving a lot later usually. Octatones, where are you? Here. Why are we saying numbers at random? I just explained it. If you guys said the number I was thinking, you got the feedback. Okay, let's check octatones. Make the snares a bit louder. Okay, I think the kick needs a stronger punch, around 100 Hz, like more energy in the attack there. The drop needs to be a bit louder, is way too close or even a bit more quiet than the build-up and so. And then I think the synth you're using, at least in this part, are too detuned. Too much detunement on them. So you sound too soft, you know? And maybe a bit too much reverb. They feel a bit too much in the background. I think if this part is going to be that long, you need to try. It has some ear candy that's nice, but I think you need to try to add something that maybe chords and something that maybe is opening the filter towards this part here. You know, like, okay, it has some, apart from the ear candy, it has some evolution during this part, so this way it's not that boring. And then here. Wait. Maybe you could have a reverse sound, maybe a reverse vocal or something to introduce this part better. That kick is good for hardstyle. I mean, there's a lot of different hardstyle kicks. It's just a top kick. Then you need to get better low end in your speakers or headphones, because it has a lot of low end. But as I said, maybe you could have a bit stronger punch on 100 Hz or so.
it. I'm trying to reach your farthest stars
The leads are way too loud here.
every night. So tell me if you wanna go on a ride with me.
It feels like a bit overcompressed or something. It's like, okay, this part comes, but it doesn't sound big, loud, full, strong, and so. I don't know if it's because of just the volume or because it feels like a bit overcompressed for something. It doesn't give me that kind of feeling. Yeah, I feel like it's way too squeezed, way too overcompressed. I don't know, like it's pushing down the song. But the idea so far is quite good, man. I like it. Okay. Next one. The thing is, if I go in order, probably I'm gonna check songs from people that is not anymore in the live stream, and I don't want to do this because I want to give feedback to people that is in the live stream, supporting, being here, waiting, commenting, and all of this. So I think number game is the best thing we can do. Because if I start asking like, okay, Hype Venture, are you still here? Hype Venture? Ask for names, yeah, but the problem of asking for names is first, I ask, there's some latency until you receive it. If that person has a low internet connection, there's even more latency. Or maybe that person is not even checking the live stream at this moment because maybe that person went to the bathroom, for example. So waiting off that makes the stream really boring, really annoying for me. So that's why I I decided to do this kind of number game, you know. So for example, yeah, I asked for Hype Venture, I explained all of this, and that person didn't even reply yet. So I don't know if he's going to reply later, if he's not here, you know. So number game. Hype Venture, anyway, if you're here, tell me. Number game. The number I'm thinking is between 25 and 50. If you guess it, you get the feedback. 25 and 50. Not 25, not 40, not 26, not 25, not 50, not 27, not 24, not 28, not 26, not 29, not 47, not 27, not 26, not 30, not 28, not 27, 31. Yes, that's the one. And the first person saying 31 is 3000. 3000 is Tristoton 3000, right? What's your favorite football player? I don't care about football. I think this one sounds quite unique, and I like the groove and the rhythm. What about instead of this, a lot of spam, only say one number and the closer one wins? No, it doesn't matter, the spam. This track, I don't know. I mean, I like the rhythm, or I like the vibe, I like the so, but there's something that makes me a bit uncomfortable when listening. I don't know, Max Mel, don't do this number game, please check who's active in comments. Yeah, but then the problem is that I'm biased because of people that usually is here or so, or maybe I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna tag you, and then the other person, why don't check me? Why you don't check me? Hey, please check me, blah blah. So it's ways like pure randomness, pure luck, you know. I think what makes me uncomfortable when listening to this song is that the sounds are kind of soft, kind of has some kind of brown noise, and are not like clear and standing out. I'm not sure. Or maybe there's something a little bit off key or dissonant. I'm not sure. Feels like a kind of water drop, like inside the water or something like that.
Oh, 3000, come out.
Bro, that vocal is way too loud. I think that the sounds are not tight at all. They feel quite loose, quite soft. I don't know. It's a bit weird for me. I'm not really into this kind of music. Maybe it's just that. Maybe this style is something like this. But for me, it feels like to kind of water drop, like kind of like this. It's not a bad idea, but in terms of mixing, I would try to get it way tighter, way stronger. But maybe the style is like this. I'm not sure, to be honest. Anyway, quite good. It sounds really unique. So well done. Okay. Let's do another number game. Come on. The number I'm thinking is between 50 and 75. You see, yo man, if you take mine, like it's your choice, but you're hanging around for an hour, blah blah. That's what I don't want people to start saying. That's why I do the number game and forget about these things. Okay, so quick. The number was 57. The first one is Soundcap. I don't see anybody called Soundcap. Would be nice that when you send the email, in the subject of the email, maybe you put your Twitch name if you don't have the same name, you know? You don't have your artist name or whatever. Soundcap. I put it in the title of the email. Soundcap. Yeah, I just, because track feedback, Soundcap. So I just read the track feedback. Okay. Just one question. Do you really do this? Like V2, V3, V4, V5. You export it, you get some feedback, okay, V6. Then you send it, no more feedback, V7. I never do it. Never do it. If I do a change, it's because I want that change and I think it's gonna sound good. If not, I don't save it. Or I just do A/B testing and choose the one I prefer, you know? I just do this when maybe change the arrangement. Okay, I will filter a bit more the piano. This way you will have more space for the vocal. Then I would reduce a little bit more the volume of the piano. And the vocal, I think, has way too much reverb. Yeah, you gave me back my... Apart from too much reverb, I would reduce a little bit on the mids. and maybe a bit more compression to try to make it tighter.
So shine it, baby, you're my little light. I feel it, baby, we could burn all night. So shine it.
I think here you need a stronger change, especially if it's the build-up. Maybe have an impact, remove that piano, maybe loop the first chord, like dun 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 dun, something like this. Start adding the snares. Reduce the mids on the vocal. The piano, I would filter more the highs, and reduce the volume.
I feel it.
It shouldn't get that loud when going in the build-up. It should have kind of the same volume.
Baby, we could burn all night. Baby, we could burn all night.
And then the drop gets even louder, like maybe we can get all night, you know. Try to control that. We don't have to hear those changes in the volume. You know, the changes you do in the volume shouldn't be like easy to hear, easy to detect. Okay, I think it's nice that you combine some kind of more melodic, commercial radio stuff with some melodic techno leads.
Burn all night.
That's cool. Maybe the last note, the previous note, is a bit off key. Maybe if you do it manually, control it. If it's an automation, maybe you cannot do anything else. Then here, this piano is way too loud, and also would combine. I would add something from this lead in the second part. Not the melody, but let me see. Maybe that is a reverse of the first lead. You know, to kind of keep the lead of the first part.
I'll be your whatever, 'cause you're my little light in the darkness. Yeah, you gave me back my sight. So shine it.
Try to reduce a bit more the mid highs and highs of the bass line, of the mid bass. That will give more space to everything else, also in the drop, and reduce a bit the volume. It's a bit too loud in the drop and in the break.
I feel it, baby, we could burn all night. I feel it, baby, we could burn all night. I feel it.
When the piano plays the lower notes, is way too loud, so I would have a dynamic EQ in the mid area to control those notes. And then also in the reverb of the piano, I will reduce a little bit on the mids, because if that note is louder, then the reverb is also louder, so it keeps the boom in the mids, and it masks everything. So I would control the note with an EQ in the dry sound, and in the reverb I would reduce on the mids to control it more. The idea is good, but it needs to sound a lot tighter, a lot more punchy and cleaner. It's just basically mixing, trying to control especially the mids, and trying to get it tighter. To get something tighter, it depends on a lot of things, but usually when you control and reduce the mid frequencies, it sounds tighter. And then OTT helps a lot also in getting the sounds tighter. So maybe some OTT in different sounds can help you. Okay, now I'm gonna just check it myself. Okay, in order. Roth GVR, I think was in the chat. Roth GVR. Dark Trap Haunted. Is there? Okay, let's check it. Piano reverb is cut below 500. But it's not the cut. I mean, I do the cut on, for example, I use Valhalla Vintage Verb. I have the low cut and the high cut. But after it, I have an EQ to control it more, you know? If I use the Pro R2, it already has the EQ, so I don't need it. Oh, by the way, something that I said on Instagram that maybe you didn't see, and I think it's really important. So I'm going to say it. Let me show you really quick. If you downloaded the FabFilter Pro Q4, by default, if you play something and you check Pro Q3 and Pro Q4, you see that it's not the same curve. You see that here almost doesn't reach the 0 dB and it's kind of stable. The lows and the highs are kind of the same level, but then here it reaches the 6 dB and is way louder than the highs. This is because the settings are different by default, okay? So what you need to do is go here. First, change the tilt to 4.5. Okay, is the one that Pro Q3 has. If you check it here, 4.5. Now, as you can see, the bass and the highs are basically the same as here, but they are still not the same because of the range. The range is louder, is 120. Put it on 90. So now they're exactly the same. Okay, well, not as you can see, this is fatter. Is because of the resolution. So on high. Now they are exactly the same. I like to have the maximum. Okay, it's more like real. And why do you want to have? I have it right. 90 dBs. 90 dBs. 4.5. 4.5. Remember, range 90 dBs, resolution it doesn't care. I have a maximum and tilt 4.5. Why do you want to have it on 4.5? Because of course, if you have it at 0, it's more like the original, the real analyze of the sound, how actually the sound is. But when you put it on 4.5, actually is what FabFilter recommends, the representation of that sound is closer to what your ears hear. Okay? So it's better to have it in that kind of thing, you know, so it's closer to what you hear. So just to let you know. Because some people, when I posted that on Instagram, asked me why I want to have the tilt and so. I just slap soothe on everything. Is it worth it, by the way? I mean, I saw one video of somebody that I think gave the perfect explanation. The perfect tag for that. FabFilter Pro Q4 is not a normal update. It feels more as a luxury update. You know, that it has some things that if you don't have them, they are not needed. You know, you're not gonna miss them. From the Pro Q2 to the Pro Q3, I think the change was quite good. You have the dynamics, which are super useful. You have, I don't know if in the Pro Q2 you had the sidechain and so. You have like freezing the spectrum and controlling just by dragging some peaks down. I think sometimes it's useful. But the new things on Pro Q4 are not that important in my opinion. It feels more as a Pro Q3 luxury version, you know? The draw, I think it's not useful. Maybe just if you want to do a low cut or high cut, it's just one click instead of two, but meh. The spectral thing, I use Soothe, and it's the same thing, so I prefer Soothe. For me, it's better. And what else does it has? Oh, the thing of watching all the EQs is not bad, because sometimes it's like, okay, I want to reduce in this one to have more space on this, but it's not like, okay, I see it exactly in this frequency, I reduce in this sound, and the other sound I boost. No, maybe in the other sound I don't boost, I just reduce in the one I need to reduce. So maybe it's useful, but not super useful. I have the 4. Sometimes I use the 3, sometimes I use the 4. It depends if I remember so. But I mean, if you have the license, the update is free, so why not? But yeah, you can see all of them at once. But why do you want to see all of them at once? Yeah, you're gonna see all of them, but why do you want to see the EQ of the lead if you are EQing the clap? You know? Just in terms of, okay, you're doing this layer, so in this lead I do this, and in that lead I do that. Maybe it helps, but instead of having the 2 open. Sooth is real time, ProQ isn't. ProQ is. If you use the Spectro with the sidechain, it's like in Sooth. Yo, Wave! Thank you so much for giving a subscription to somebody else. I'm going to check your song after this one. Let me see if... What's your email name? I don't see anybody called Wave. So let me know what's your email name. Just Lane. Okay. Alright, so let's check first Roth and then check yours. Come on. I mean, look how you said Luxury version. Yeah, I mean, when I saw that person saying Luxury version, it was like, that's exactly what it is. I think both melodies don't really match each other, because you have like the Chinese one, but this dun dun, it feels like it's not in the same tempo, or I don't know, I don't feel like both are working well together. This is what I was expecting, man. I was expecting a really heavy 808. Nice. I think it's way too much because it's distorting in the mastering. I mean, it feels it's distorting in the limiter of the mastering. So be careful with that. Try to control it. Maybe don't squeeze that much, or control a bit the low end of the 808. But I like the contrast of kind of thin part here and then the fat 808. Okay, some things. First here, the snare is a bit too loud, and then here you have a kick that is not playing together with the 808. I would have this kick punch playing with the 808. This way, the song has more consistency, coherence. I don't know how to explain it. Like it's the same kick, you just removed the bass, kind of in this part, you know. But then if you have here this quite a strong punch, but then here you just have the 808. The 808 doesn't have that strong punch, so it feels a bit less strong, you know? So if you want to have different ones, maybe try to have this kick a bit more quiet and kind of a bit softer. So this way, when the 808 plays, the 808 punch is the strong one of the track. The idea is good, and in terms of mixing, I mean, to be honest, there's not a lot of things going on, so it's easy to mix this. It sounds good. I just think it distorts on the 808, and the melody I said here at the beginning, not bad. Let's take wave. I think the mix is not there yet. I think it is. The problem is that as you don't have the vocal, you cannot really do a lot of decisions when making these kind of beats, because then when you add the vocal, maybe you need to add more mids on the instrumental to make the sound, the entire track sound fuller, or maybe you need to reduce, or maybe you need to reduce in the highs because the vocal is so high dominant. So if you don't have the vocal, it's a bit difficult. So I think it's good. So far, the idea is quite good, quite nice, quite chill. In terms of mixing, I think it sounds good, but I would try to have the kick to add more punch to the kick, you know, more strength on around 180 hertz to have more boom and a bit louder. Then the snare, I think, is a bit loud. Also, the hi-hats are a bit loud. And here, this reverse, reduce the volume because it's even louder than the main vocal, and reduce a bit on the mids, so it sounds a bit cleaner and thinner. Okay, and then on the vocals need to be louder and with a bit more body on 300-400 hertz. Add some de-essing because the for you is a bit annoying.
Oh, daisies and roses, fresh makeup and poses makes the new girl go round and round. Love is a game that we play when your heart is
Maybe his drum fill here was a bit quiet.
just a broken piece of everything you've ever seen inside. Let me hold you one more time. I wanted to frame, but my heart went away. I just wanna see it through. I just wanna see it through. Oh no, I'm not in love. You're not the one. Not in love. Not in love. You're not the one. You're not the one. I played your I chased that feeling just to see it turn on.
It feels like it's not the entire song. I think just the tips I told you. I think all of those will improve a lot the song. Guys, don't worry. Was like I cannot get the word out of my head. Don't worry, because after the live stream ends, I always keep them live, so you can watch them again to check all the feedback. But just one question: if you are Wave, why here you have your real name? I mean, use your real name or this artist name, because then if you're gonna use this one, put here also the real name, Justin Ward Lane. You know, that's what I would do at least. All right. By the way, thank you so much for the subscription, man. Thank you so much for the support. Okay. Maxmel, are you still there? Yeah, you're there. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna go by my real name. Thanks for the feedback, bro. Thanks to you. Maxmel, your turn. Rave City. Okay, so far, just with this, it reminds me a bit too much like 2010, 2012 kind of EDM music. We will see later what happens, but maybe the sound selection and the rhythm and so is a bit outdated. This change here is not good. Without actually a transition, just the downlifter. Don't have the sides in the break, it doesn't sound good. The clap you're using is not strong enough. I think the synths are also not really good ones. Try to get more updated synth, try to get higher quality synth. Uplifters way too loud. There's something in the melody that sounds off key. I think there's one layer maybe that is not in the same key exactly. Yeah, there's any layer of the melody that is not in key. And then, yeah, all big room, but way too outdated. I mean, you can keep making all big room with more updated sound. For example, check Kevu, check Sabers, check, I don't know, people on rave culture basically, that still make some kind of old big room, but sounds more updated. This sounds way too outdated, you know? Way too much. The punch of the kick is way too loud compared to the bass and in the entire song in general. The snares are way too loud, and then here is basically, I mean, you need to work on the transition. It's the same thing, but with the snare. No, that is not going to give the energy transition effect, the contrast that it needs. I don't really see the influence of bass house. It's just big room, to be honest. But you still need to learn and work a lot more, man. I mean, it's not in kind of attacking you, you know? Don't worry, it's just, if I would want to attack you, I would just laugh or something and say shit. But I'm not like this. Just try to learn more, try to work more, try to download FOPs. If you want to make this kind of big room, there are thousands of FOPs on YouTube that can help you a lot. Okay, download those FOPs and analyze what they are doing. Okay, get the sounds, analyze how the mixing is, the loudness of its sound. Of course, those FLPs are not high professional tracks because they are not released. It's just FLPs to sell or to upload on YouTube or so, but they can help to understand, okay? And also use reference songs. I uploaded a video this past week, no, the previous one, about how to use reference songs to really improve your mixing. But that also helps on improving your songs because you also get ideas from the reference songs, you know? I heard a bit and it doesn't, the second part of the last drop, it doesn't really feel bass house, at least for me. Anyway, man, keep working. It's just a matter of keep working and learning. I'm going to go get a snack really quick and I come back in a second, okay? And we continue taking the feedback. Give me a second. Have you left? Some people left, as always. Maxwell, I mean, my feedback is not going to change that much. Stereotypical? What do you mean by stereotypical? Paella, maybe. Tapas is just with one P. Yeah, maybe tapa is the most but tapa is not a kind of food, actually. It's a way of serving different foods. You know? You can have tapas of croquettes, bravas, which are fries. You can have tapas of fish, of meat, of vegetables. Tapa is a way of serving, like a small dish with that kind of food. So you have 4 or 5 different ones, so you can taste everything, you know. But that's not a food itself. It's a way of serving, we could say. The most typical one, the one that most people know probably is paella. Then maybe tortilla. The one with potatoes, of course, the Spanish one. And then yeah, every part of Spain has different typical foods, and all of them are super tasty and nice. Okay, let's do another number game. Come on. Not a lot of people today, huh? Especially on Twitch. I don't know why. Yeah, on Twitch only 7 people. 9 now. But this weird. Lately, YouTube is working better than Twitch. Well, never mind. Number game. If you guess the number I'm thinking, you get the feedback. And the number I'm thinking is between 1 and 25. Once had a steak with cheese and tomatoes baked over in Madrid. But that's not typical Spanish. Between 1 and 25. Oh, whoa. Okay. you have time to go through a second track, I could send another one. No, I just check one per person. Otherwise, there would be people that wouldn't get the feedback. Between 1 and 25, come on. And the YouTube ones are coming like boom, all of them together. Okay, we got it. I had to say something. The number I was thinking was 21. The first one saying 21 is Ice Cold. But Ice Cold, I already checked your track. So that's why I didn't say anything and I was waiting for another person. And if I'm not wrong, let me check again. The first person saying 21 is... yeah. Fernando Garcia. Let's check yours. Remix. It kind of gives me retro vibes, like Eurodance, you know, what we call in Spain, remember music, kind of that, but kind of updated at the same time. I think maybe it's because of the bass or the piano, I don't know. It's not bad, it's just something to mention.
Esa noche dentro de ti, qué rico fue cuando te metí. Tú sabes lo que hicimos y ahora sin buscarnos en la disco nos vimos. ¿Qué pasaría si estuviéramos solos en una cama? Recordando como antes yo te lo metía. Tu amiga se para porque te está quedando, algo te está faltando, y yo lo tengo y te lo dije esta noche. Suena su canción, tú la ves y nadie la conoce. No pienses más, no pienses ya esta noche. Y te digo que te falte.
Okay, something to mention. First, here, the Bad Bunny vocal is way louder than the Raúl Alejandro vocal. Then also has too much mids, the Bad Bunny one. And I wouldn't have the sidechain here in the vocal. Because it feels weird. Or maybe it's not the sidechain, maybe it's the AI extracting thing. I don't know, but it feels like it has some sidechain that I wouldn't have. Then this part is way louder than the drop. Should have been like this, should be the opposite. So maybe you can control the volumes here. And then I think the mix is not bad. The drums sound good, the bass is good. There's not more going on actually, it's just the vocal and a piano. But I think maybe it's a bit difficult to target this track, this remix. I mean, what DJs are gonna play this? You know, that's gonna be a bit difficult. That's the problem I see. These snares here are super loud. Now this part of Bad Bunny vocal doesn't have enough low end, low frequencies, so it doesn't have the same body as the raw. This one sounds with a bit more deeper sound with more body.
yo sé cómo te lo hago para frenarte. Lo que pasaría si estuviéramos solos en una cama y yo chingando. Como antes yo te...
Now the vocals get super loud. Why is happening this? If you're not doing it, maybe what's happening is that you have, when mastering the song, the limiter is pushing the vocals down to give a space to the bass.
Una cama
Because this is not normal, this is way too loud.
y yo chingando. Como antes yo te... Porque te estás quedando, algo te está faltando. Yo la tengo más, yo la tengo más, yo la conoce, lo que digamos.
This synth is a bit too basic, too generic, too standard. Maybe you could try to get a guitar sound, something like this. And Way Too Dry doesn't have reverb at all. Also here the song is getting way louder. Why? What's happening? Something is wrong here in the volumes. I think also the idea maybe is too repetitive. The same is just one loop that you copy pasted the entire song. I think that's a bit basic, you know. Yeah, I know. The first use Tricks and the second one Tristan. Okay. Come on, I still can check some more songs. But don't have a lot of time. Sí, pero no. Te contesto en inglés para que todos lo entiendan, ¿vale? Okay, Fernand is saying that he's promised the acoustics of the room. Yes and no. First, if you have problems in the acoustics, maybe you should use headphones instead of speakers. If it's too big, if you play it and you hear a lot of reverb. So this way at least you don't hear that reverb and it doesn't affect when you're mixing. And if you don't want to use headphones, then try to have some acoustic panels. You need to get these ones, you can make them yourself. I did it in the past. Okay, so they are not that expensive. And try to have them. But even if the acoustics or the speakers are not the best ones, that doesn't mean, first of all, the volumes are the same. It doesn't matter that the volumes, the quality of the sound. Volume is just volume, and if the one part is louder than the other, you're gonna hear that in the best speaker in the world or in the worst speaker in the world. Okay, but then in terms of mixing, of quality, of hearing perfectly the song, you can just adapt yourself. It's just a matter of knowing what you do. I know people that have released in big labels, in reveal recordings, in Smash the House, in Spinning, just using headphones. Because what you need to do is to use reference songs. I say this a lot of times. And go to my YouTube channel. Not the last video, the previous one is about this, how to use them. And it's gonna help you so much because you check their, let's say your song, your speakers, your headphones, whatever, have a huge boost in the mids. So when you produce yourself, you're gonna say, this is too much, I'm gonna reduce the mids. But it's not your song, it's the speakers. So you're gonna have a song without mids. But if you have reference songs, you're gonna listen to the reference song, then you're gonna listen to yours, and it's gonna say, oh, they have the same mid frequencies, the same strength in the mid frequencies. I don't need to touch mine. So you're not gonna touch your mid frequencies, so your mid frequencies in the end are gonna be good. You know? So that's why always need to use reference songs, because even if you have really good speakers, really good acoustics, really good studio, sometimes you hear different, your ears get tired, all of this. So having reference songs will give you a reference of how your song should sound. No matter how tired you are, no matter your studio, no matter your speakers, no matter your headphones, no matter anything. Always use reference. Lo, I just used $20 earpods. No problem. You need to start with something. You cannot start with a professional studio with really good and expensive speakers. No, of course not. Everybody starts with something. And start with really, 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 really bad headphones. Best thing you can do is get the stems from a Skio and try to match your stems with theirs. On a Skio, the problem is that sometimes you don't have all the stems. For example, I share some of the stems of my songs with my Patreon members. I shared Like a Melody, Africa Firefly, and Out of My Head, if I'm not wrong. Well, also from some YouTube videos, I share the stems and the projects, depends on if they are basic or pro members. So they can use those reference stems in their songs. So they are the full ones, sound high quality and not extracted with AI and all of these, you know. So maybe go to Patreon and check if it's worth it for you. Because, for example, yesterday one person asked me, and I told him that everything he was going to get. Here you have the link. What he was going to get, and now for just signing the first month as a pro member, you get 32 packs. Those packs are the sample packs of my songs. Also 2 or 3 exclusive packs, stems of my songs. They also get an exclusive sound bank. The sound bank volume 1 completely for free. They have 4 FO Studio projects. They, apart from the tips I share every week, and the super detailed feedback. I mean, the feedback I give here is maybe a 10% of what they give them, you know? So it's really worth it, especially the first month you sign up, you know? So just check it, and maybe you want to become a member. Tonal balance is also good. You need to know how to use it, because just checking there is like, okay, I need more bass. It's not always like this. Maybe to have a louder bass in the tonal balance, you need to reduce in mids. Máximo Vallejo, are you there? Are you still there? Okay, let's check Maximo.
While I'm falling, I feel the ground beneath me shake. But
It should be the other way around. Should be the artist name first and the song after, right?
I'm not afraid, I will take the leap of faith. So while I'm falling, let me know your name and babe, and I'll follow you to where the sky and earth meet again. With every step I take, I drown closer to your light. Baby, tell me your name, let me know who you are. With every step I take, I drown closer to your light. Baby, tell me your name, baby, tell me your name. La 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 la, while I'm falling to your love. La 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 la, what's behind the shining star? La 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 la, while I'm falling to your love.
Okay, so far here is good.
Let me know who you
Sounds quite good. The problem I see first is
baby, tell me your love.
okay, now what you have here is the vocal, which is the main thing, but also the lead melody, really strong, really open, really big, really bright, trying to be the main thing. So those things are clashing. They're fighting to be the main thing. Okay, so you cannot have both at the same time. That's super risky and not basically never works. Sometimes really specific tracks, specific vocal, specific synth works, but most of the time not. Okay, on the break at least. So what I would do is, as here you don't have the vocal completely like full vocal, normal vocal. Maybe I would have the, or maybe here I wouldn't have the leads completely, maybe with a cutoff, some more plucky like pam 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 pam, and then another part with the leads and not and without the vocal. Or here I wouldn't have the vocal completely and just in some parts like tan tan tararan, and then the melody, and then pam pam pararan. Again the vocal, you know.
La 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 la, what's behind the shining star? La 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 la, while I fall into love.
But right now my brain doesn't really know what to focus on. If should focus on the vocal or should focus on the melody.
La 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 la, what's behind the shining star? La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, what's behind the shining star? La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, while I fall into your love.
Here I would have the leads completely filtered, or filter with a normal filter like cutting the highs, or with the cutoff thing or common in hardstyle that makes it sound more kind of plucky. I know what you want to do here, but it's a bit chaotic because it's like the drums start following a third pattern, kind of rhythm, but melody not. So. The sub drop is extremely loud, and now I just stopped to say that, but I realized that the drop is too quiet compared to all the break. But especially what's happening is that the leads, I tell you this a lot of times, the leads, as I said, they should be filtered, okay? But apart from this, I don't recommend you having the leads completely unfiltered before the drop, unless it's like boom. Pam pam pararam, pam 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 pam. Okay, it's something like this. Okay, but if not, never unfilter them completely, because otherwise, when it reaches a drop, the leads is exactly the same loudness, same frequencies, same strength, same everything. So you don't have that extra impact. Instead, if in the build-up you have them filtered and you don't filter them completely, and maybe you have them 2 or 3 dBs more quiet. When the drop comes, they have more frequencies, they sound bigger and brighter and so, but also louder, so the impact is way stronger. Okay, the leads are a bit too loud compared to the kick. I think the kick needs a bit more mid frequencies, and then control the sub bass, because there are some notes of the kick, the lower ones, that are way too loud in the sub. Good. This one, and I think here you have 2 different ones. These are way too loud in the sub, so maybe have a dynamic EQ controlling, boost in the, do something like this. Boost it around here, some dBs for the other notes that are higher and don't have that much bass, but then reduce it a bit more than 0. For example, if you boost 3 dBs, the dynamic EQ, don't have it at -3, have it maybe at -4, okay? Have it at -4, okay? This will be better. So this way you control the ones that are way too loud here, and the other ones you boost them a bit, so this way you get a better balance. The melody is quite good, I like the idea. Maybe the leads are a bit too noisy, but well, try to focus on the things I told you. But I think the idea is pretty good and I like the melody a lot. About the... do I need to give another sub for a skip, Wildcrow? Yes. I mean, you didn't, right? About the filter, guys, there are several ways. What I like to use is the DJM filter. Is this one? It's so easy, so simple, and what I like is the resonance. All the filters have this. For example, if you use the FL Studio filter, fast, low pass, also have the resonance, okay? But I don't know, with this one I can use both, low cut, high cut, and low cut. But you can use, of course, the EQ and just do something like this, you know, control this. You can use the loft filter. You can use the, I think the Volcano is the filter. Yeah, you can use this one. But I just used it. It doesn't use CPU at all. It's so simple, so easy to use. Okay. Alright, El Giampi, so I'm gonna check yours. If you're subscribed, I'm gonna check yours. Don't sub again. Well, shit, maybe there's more people here that is subscribed, and I'm going to maybe there's more people subscribed that is here waiting for it. I don't know. I mean, because if there are more subscribers right now waiting for the song, they should also get the priority, you know. Didn't think about it when I said it. Well, thank you so much, El Gampi, for that sub. Thank you so much. So I'm gonna check yours. Man with a Bird. Another one? Why did it sound twice? Made your life easier. Thanks so much. I don't know why it sounded twice. Never mind. Shakers are way too loud. Way too loud. Wow, the sub is really strong. I think it's way too much. I think the problem that they see in this kick... Let me check it again. But... yeah, the problem that they see is that this kick is really strong here. It's really heavy, that's good. Maybe a bit too much, I would maybe reduce a bit like this. It's strong around here with the attack, but it's not strong here. Okay, this is the oomph, the punch, the boom, boom that really hits your chest. I think you need to make this a bit more quiet and make this stronger, this area. So maybe remove that low shelf and boost on 100 Hertz. I think that will 180 Hertz. I think that will balance it a bit more.
Unidentified flying objects have been sighted over multiple major cities. Alien entities have been reported on the ground.
Maybe this bass is a bit loud in this part.
Stay indoors and avoid contact with these people.
Yeah, I think the sub of the kick is way too much. Way too much. Try to, what they said, remove maybe the low shelf and boost only on between 180 Hertz to give that a stronger punch. Between 80 and 120. I think that could work better. Just the kick, I think. I think that the heavy sound is from the kick. I didn't like this last synth, not at all. As I said, the shakers are way too loud. Also, the percussion, I think it's a, I don't know, that bang bang bang, that percussion is also a bit loud. And maybe I would try to have more reverb or more present reverb. I think that could give a lot more ambience and emotional feeling to the song that could sound really great. I know there's reverb on the synth, but I don't really feel it that much. Maybe you can add a bit more, okay? Or sometimes what I do is I have the synth, I have the reverb, I send them into a final bus. In that final bus, I add a bit of OTT where I'm especially boosting the upward compression. So the quiet things, which is the reverb, I make it louder, so it stands out a bit more. But I mean, don't exaggerate it, just a touch.
Unidentified flying objects have been sighted over multiple major cities. Alien entities have been reported on the ground. Stay indoors and avoid contact with these beings.
I like especially the groove, the tum 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 pum 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 pum. I like the bass change. Maybe the mids are a bit too strong, you know, and it's like taking too much presence or importance in the song. So then the main leads, the synth on the mid highs and highs don't really stand out enough because of that strength there. Or maybe it's just volume, I'm not sure.
Chains, dance, life, control. Chains, dance, life, control. Chains.
I'm not a big fan of the high attack the kick has, but that's just personal taste. I would have used this vocal more in the song. Is this in purpose or is it a mistake? Good one. To be honest, the idea is pretty nice. I like a lot the groove, but you need to work more on the mixing, try to make it sound cleaner. Thanks for giving the subscription. Guys, I'm sorry, but they have to leave. This didn't get updated. Oh, this number, 22. I have 24. Never mind. I have to leave, guys, because, well, I need to do things. Yeah, it's too late. I have to leave. Because I need to go somewhere that the store closes, so I need to go there. Maybe some security EQ in between synth on the mids. Maybe that could work. Yes. Like sides in EQ. That could work, yeah. Okay, guys, so, well, as I said, this is the last feedback of this year. Next year, of course, I'm gonna do more. All right. The thing is, I'm not sure when I'm gonna do the January live streams. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do one every week, if I'm just gonna do all of them in 1 week or in 2 weeks, the first ones or the last ones of January. I'm not sure. I need to schedule a bit my life in general. Okay. But this Saturday, I'm gonna do the last live stream of the year. It's gonna be a DJ set. Okay. Maybe I play some ideas, some new music that I'm doing. You know, I test them. So don't miss it. I'm gonna be here on Twitch. Well, probably I'm gonna be just on YouTube. The last times I've done DJ sets on Twitch works a bit bad. like not a lot of people there, and also like in terms of connection, I don't know why it doesn't work that good. So maybe just do it on YouTube. But yeah, nothing else. Thank you for being here. If you didn't come to a live stream on Saturday, I hope you come. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, of these things, okay? Or maybe you don't celebrate Christmas, so happy holidays and Happy New Year. Or maybe if you don't celebrate the New Year like in Spain or Europe and you celebrate it another day, happy days. Okay, thank you so much for being here. See you this Saturday. All right. I recommend you to go check the video I uploaded last week and also the previous one. Both are really important, really good, and really useful. Verota, I'm just ending the live stream. And nothing else. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything. And remember, new music in January. See you guys. Goodbye.